feel like it was free.
Project Gorgon and EverQuest.
EverQuest. That was a big one. Guild Wars.
I think that was the first really, really huge one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like at that point it was on. From then on, it was basically a thing. Okay, so we're about to go live here.
I've never played an MMORPG, so I'm just enjoying the input.
I haven't played in like 20 years.
Private.
Well,
there we go. I've got it.
It's reloading now. It's getting weird.
Hmm.
I don't know what's going on.
I thought the premiere of the last episode came on early today.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I put it on live, so it'd be like run right before this session began, which I thought would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got something was weird is happening here. Oh, I see us. I see us. I see us. Here we go. All right. All right, well, guys, let's get back into it. Let's get this shit together. Well, first of all, hey, guys, out there, if you're watching this shit and for some reason you feel the need to watch this shit, you really should like and subscribe because we're awesome. All right, so with that out of the way, let me get the music right. Although this music is not bad.
No, this music gets played after you did the total party killing.
I really think you need to queue up a dirge there, Rob.
You think we're going to need some dirge tonight?
I think so.
We're going to find out. I'm going to be dirging the shit out of this.
Chris,
okay.
Have you never thought about actually, broadcasting that we have this live stream up, going in your server with all those D&D gamers?
Can do if you want. Yeah, go ahead.
How do you do that? Oh, you mean posting it up?
Yeah. I would have put it in the the announcements.
It's not my ball game.
You can do that if you want, Chris. I don't care about it. I mean, like, honestly, this is just for fun. I don't really care if anybody watches.
I'll stick a post.
There's we have people have been watching more of the recent episodes though ever since Luke got his camera. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's the ears, it's the whole thing.
Luke's doing it, man. Luke's got that je ne sais quoi.
You might be offended by that. It's like as an Englishman,
you can't use French at me. Sorry.
No French. Okay.
Enemies, sworn enemies.
I don't know what.
Did you know? Once in Britain, I think it was 1680, they once accidentally hung a monkey as a Frenchman.
I mean, yeah.
Is that for real?
For real. The town was that stupid, and it was dressed like in a little sailor suit, and it was found on a boat. They hung it.
That
boy.
Is...
Oh boy.
They'd never seen an ape, had they?
Okay, so here, I think I need to do a little bit of reveal on this map here, but I'm gonna do our description here because we got
the Undertaker emerging from a blanket of fog.
All right, so last session you continued your pitch battle against these group of followers of the Temple of Earth on the first level of the Temple of Elemental Evil, pushing deeper and deeper into its depths as you dispatched guard after guard that stood in your way, chasing ever after the high priest of the Temple of Earth, as he pushed further and further back, sending more and more and more guards at you. Finally, you found yourself in a room, definitely an inner chamber, lit by two cressets. Cressets? Chris, can you help me with this one?
Yeah, cressets.
Cressets. The area was once lavishly decorated. 2+ couches, a wardrobe, a small table with inlaid wood top, and 2 padded armchairs still remain. A large chest stands near the couch by the eastern wall. On the table are a few dented pewter dishes and some food. An unlit candle in a wooden candlestick stands atop the wardrobe. Of course, however, there are also the bodies of those you have fought previously, some of which lie in here. Gray Ash approached the... Also, there was yet another door in this room, a door which had been closed and blocked off, and you moved to inspect it, and Gray Ash, noticing that there was a keyhole, stuck his wand in the keyhole, and
Hey now. It's a family show.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
just gonna keep that one quiet. We're just gonna move on, and the wand
Doors.
failed to follow his instructions. Instead, shooting a giant fireball into the other room.
We're okay with it.
And blowing the door outwards, like in an explosion, knocking Gray Ash back. And as the dust settled and the smoke was still billowing out of the room, you can see within that there were furnishings once inside a what you would imagine was a nicely furnished room, just completely obliterated by this fireball. And two of these men, or three men, come sort of, or no, die? I don't have them crossed out. Yeah, three men come staggering out of the room. One large man in a completely enclosed full plate armor with like a lacquered upside down triangle on his chest. And
Just not before, weren't we?
next to him is a brown robed, like a younger, kind of chubby, fresh faced, brown robed priest. You could see he has this similar symbol hanging from around his neck. And then finally, the third man, the man who you've been pursuing this entire time, stands behind the two of them. He holds in hand a mace, and he is wearing these brown robes that are very fine. Let's see here. It's obviously ceremonial garb. It's a brown velvet cassock.
Mm-hmm.
Upon which are embroidered triangles of gold thread with precious stones in a pattern like this along the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
And it's kind of gleaming, and he moves in, and you can see he's singed around, but he doesn't seem like injured. The other two seem injured. The in particular the other like babyface priest, he's like covered in burn marks, and the armored man looks like he took some damage as well, although he seems quite hardy. And of course, as I mentioned, this huge armored man is carrying a battle axe in hand that he's bringing to the fore. And the priest, and he says, "It shall be I, Romag, who brings you down. You have made a grave error in entering the sacred grounds of the Temple of Earth. Prepare to die."
All right.
And so let's go ahead and
Mac.
let's go ahead and we'll declare actions. And let's go ahead and start with, you're up at the top, Luke, so we'll start with you.
Oh,
I think Gray Ash is on the ground, right? You got blown back from the door?
I got hit by the door. You didn't see. If I'm on the ground, I'm on the ground.
Yeah, let's do a dex check. We'll see. Start with a dice roll.
That would be 10. Roll a 1.
Ooh! Yeah, you're like, you just spring back.
Nice.
I mean, you probably,
yeah,
it's kind of like a
one's good, isn't
superhero
it?
moment.
Yeah, one's
You
going for
also take
checks.
half damage as well, then.
No, it's fine. They only hit me for like 2
It
or
was
something.
very small damage. Yeah, very small amount of damage. Yeah, but I mean, I just imagine that Grey Ash does this like, spinning twirl and like lands one fist down his staff or something like, or the wand up in the air, and then he like kind of like stands up and like holds it back,
Yeah.
a badass kind of moment.
Superhero
And
landing.
And then the rest of you are there. So let's go ahead and start with Luke. What's Tarkus up to this round, or at the beginning?
Assessing the situation, I think Tarkus is just going to wait to see who comes for him, stand ready, hold a delayed attack, basically. Anything comes close, I'll swing for it. Yeah.
Gotcha. What about Roland? Chris?
After finishing my righteous glug of cheap wine from the last round, I wipe my chin and pull my shield up, and you just see like Roland's menacing little fucking evil eyes over the shield, and I step up from around the corner and the table and block in with the war priest, fellow friend. Standing.
I'll touch your shoulder. Come, brother.
What about Tuctrin Hidden Dwarf Attack Bold Regard?
So I am going to so just so I'm clear, how far away are these guys from us right now? Because there's two guys and the priest, right?
Yeah, and so they're kind of in the doorway. The two guys, the you might say like under priest or something like that. I mean, you don't know anything about you don't have religion, you don't know these human religions anyway, and why would you care? But it appears to be like kind of a lower priest, and then standing next to him is this big warrior, and then they're kind of like right in front of, they've like sort of stepped out into the main room, and then in the doorway itself stands the priest Romag that you've been following, the high priest Romag that you've been sort of chasing down this whole way.
All right, I am. So they're easily within 30 feet.
Oh yeah. It depends on where you are in the room. The room itself that Grey Ash fired the fireball.
Or 30 yards. Sorry.
No,
30 yards, 90 feet.
Basically the whole temple. There's but the room is 20 by 20 foot. You know.
Yeah, easily.
So,
easily. All right. So I'm going to look at Romag. Yeah. And who just gave this, I'm going to be the one to defeat you, whatever. And I'm going to look at him and say, then come defeat us. And I'm going to tell him to approach me or approach us. And I'm going to use that as part of a spell. And I'm casting command to force him to spend his turn approaching us.
Well, command is one word.
Approach. That's the word, like approach. So to his best of his ability, he has to approach us if he fails.
Okay. All right. That sounds great.
It can stress one word as part of a sentence.
And that's going to be the casting of the spell.
I love that spell in general, just as like the voice. That's a very like historically religious thing, and I love that kind of idea. What about? Yes, exactly.
Dune images.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right. Dune
mess with your Willy.
Bene Gesserit.
What about Jay Backstab?
One of these priests, I took a few chunks out of in the last session. Is that the one that Tuctrin is commanding?
Romag is the one I'm commanding.
I didn't catch anyone's names last time. I just know that one
the guy in the brown robe.
He was the guy that was running away. So I think he's the one that we were chasing. You hit him with a few arrows.
Yes, when you were chasing him, you did. But in him coming back out, I'll say this: he doesn't look like he has any arrows sticking out of him, and he looks healed.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like the
Priest
fire
magic
really.
for you.
That doesn't look like the fire really affected him. It doesn't look like the fire really affected him. So he looks fine.
What do we expect when we attack priests in their temple?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. I don't remember if I was fully invisible when we came up here, or if it doesn't even matter because we're in their temple.
You can decide whether or not you were, if you had been using your cloak. What do you think?
I think I would have been if we had given chase.
To be honest with you, I assumed you were, and I already did the little roll I have to do for it every time. So I assumed that you were.
Then I'm going to attempt to get behind and backstab dude in the armor. If I can find a chink in the back.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So you start moving and around the side, and then finally, Grey Ash, you kind of come to a skidding stop. After the explosion. What would Grey Ash like to do, David?
Grey Ash comes, raises himself on his feet and be like, "The elements are not yours to command, priest." Pull out the wizard's book from the tower and burn a spell from it. Burning hands.
Nice.
Literally burning it from there. All right, so let's go ahead and roll initiative then.
Who's rolling for us?
I'm basically declaring tumble. I stand ready with thingy, but if anything comes at us, I tumble.
I took the initiative and rolled a 4 for our initiative, guys.
Go on.
Okay. He took the initiative and rolled initiative. Let's go.
Well, nobody was told to, so I figured we'll get it underway.
It's fine.
All right, so
start with my terrible dice.
Okay, you guys got a 4 then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so on 5.
That's me.
That's me.
Yeah, I think Tuctrin too, right?
Yep.
I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
go for
level
Grey
did you
Go
say
for
this?
Grey Ash.
What level did you say this mage of this book was? Because
A 9th level, I think.
9.
9th level, so
Nice.
It's 5th level. It has 5th
1d3.
level spells in it, right? Doesn't it have a 5th level spell in it? Yeah, no, it's 9th level. I already know
Yeah.
it's 9th. It's 9th. It's 9th.
So it's 1d3 plus 2 points for each level of experience. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
18.
8. 18. So it's 1d3 plus 18 fire damage. Yeah. Roll the d20 for wild magic. That's a. It's fucking ass. Why'd I have to roll a 1?
Oh dear.
You rolled
It's
2
not a wild
1s in a
surge,
row
it's
to
just
start
means
your session?
Yeah, it's not wild, so it's just -3 spell level. So if they were level 6, it'd be, was it 9? So it's down to a 6.
Yeah.
So it's only 1, 2, 3, 4,
Ouch.
5, 6. So it's
So
1d3
12 instead of
plus
18.
6 instead, right? Is there
No,
a save?
it's 2 per level. So it'd be
Yeah,
1d3
2 per level,
plus
so it'd be 12.
12. 1d3 plus 12.
That's still good. All right, so you're you move, my friends. And you won initiative, so you can get everybody out of the way. But you have to kind of get up there because you have, burning hands literally comes out of your hands.
Yeah. So I'll walk up to the doorway, pull out the book, yeah, and just place my hand on the page, rip the page out, and just burns as I'm casting a spell from it. Just fire emits from them. Maybe they see it's their own mage's book in my hands. I'm tearing a page out of.
Blasphemer!
Oh, it's a freaking 1 on the D3 as well. That's the 3rd one in the room.
So 13 damage, but they get to make saves.
Jets of flame, 5 feet long, horizontal arc, 100 degrees from the windows. Any creature in that area suffers damage. Those successfully
Save.
saving versus spell receive half damage. Yeah, save versus spell.
Yeah.
This is the worst. This is the worst usage of the spell possible. I rolled so badly.
I don't know. They're in a fan.
I mean, yeah, you're going to hit all 3 of them, I think.
I think it's
Yeah.
perfectly a fine use of the spell. I think you're good.
I think so
Anyway, you
too.
could have done better.
Could have been so
as if
much
there was
better,
an
though.
army in front of us, so banging.
Could have been so much better.
I mean, it could have been better by 9 points of damage. That's not that. It's okay.
It's a game of inches.
All
it
right,
could have
so
been
yeah,
plus 3
so
That's what
spell
she said.
levels.
let's see
Man.
here.
Chromac's mom said.
Yeah. Thanks for teeing that one up. Yeah.
I should have used the wand. This is. I cowed it out of using the wand because like they're right next to us and I didn't want to blow us up. I should just use the wand.
I mean, if you
Blowing our-
stick the wand over our shoulder and cast your spells, then
If
I
you
mean,
haven't
we're
noticed,
pretty much
blowing
safe.
ourselves up has been getting us through a lot of stuff.
It has.
Actual.
That's fair.
I mean, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I can't learn any more level 1 spells, is why I don't mind doing this. I literally can't learn this spell.
All right, so all right, so you do hit Romag with it as well because it's that deep of a spell, but it doesn't really seem to affect him that much. Like it's like something is he seems to be somewhat resistant to the damage from fire.
Okay.
Fire licks over his magical aura.
Oh boy.
And the same goes for the big commander warrior in the full plate. He seems a bit hurt as well. You know, he kind of takes a step or two back, and then he kind of you can hear the echo of his laugh through his helm. The other priest, however, does not fare so well. In fact, he kind of staggers back, and he just takes another burn, you know, all over his body, and he's just like, you know, he's barely hanging on, essentially. Go ahead and do your thing there, Tuctrin. So you do your command. He gets a saving throw, does he?
Yes. So, because I assume he has an intelligence of 13 or more, or 6 or more hit dice. So he gets a save. If they have an intelligence less than 13 or less than 6 hit dice, they do not get a save. But I'm sure he beats one of those 2 criteria.
Ooh, that's not great. Let's see here. Oh, he failed.
I'm screwed.
That would be awesome.
That's great for us.
Yes, it is.
Damn. Fuck you, man. All right, so he goes so he says, prepare to meet the end of my mace, dwarf. And he pushes past his 2 companions and, like, you know, basically wades into the fray.
Which is exactly what I wanted him to do. Exactly the point.
Yeah, that
So if
really
he was
fucks up my whole plan.
Yeah, if he was preparing a spell, well, too bad for you.
He
buddy.
wasn't, but he was going to do something else, which would have been a lot more effective. All right, so he steps and he pushes himself into the middle. He's essentially like moving towards you, and you're behind Roland and Tarkus. So he's basically standing right in front of Roland.
So basically, I was like, "Come at me, bro."
Yeah, that's essentially it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you couldn't have said "come" because something else might have happened.
Yeah.
Let
me. Sir, behave yourself.
I mean, listen, we're gonna give a whole new meaning to burning hands here.
No, that was.
Do you know the meme word for command?
That made me laugh.
It's doth, which is the opposite of don, which means to remove all of their armor. So they have to spend like 2 rounds of combat taking all their armor off.
Yeah. Well, they command
bullshit.
specifically says that nothing you have them do will ever last more than 1 round. But they'll start to do it though. So they're like armor will be half hanging off them, and now they're in the middle of the fight with their armor half off. Would it be amazing?
That's clever. That's actually really clever.
Oh yeah. But I don't think he's wearing armor, so I wanted to get him in the middle of the group. But yes,
Actually, he is wearing armor underneath his robes, but it's not really evident. But yeah, he's got
Right.
armor. Now you could probably see it, to a certain extent. Maybe you could little bit of a chainmail underneath the armor.
I'll save that for one of the big guys, Trash, because I can do it one more time.
Yeah.
Remember armor
It's such a
takes-
meme, though. Like, no normal person would be like, Darth. He's like, what are you on about?
Remember though, armor takes X amount of rounds to take off according to its AC.
Yeah, well, that's what he was
Yeah.
just saying. But the thing is, though, he would have to know what the word means. I don't know what the word means. All right, so
Strip.
His int is higher.
Strip.
than
Dis-
Yeah,
his.
strip is work.
Disrobe.
yeah, those are good ones too. All right, so he wades into there. So that was at 5, right? That was at 5, right? 6.
Yep.
That's 4. 4. I go at 5. So
They rolled a 4. The fast
I
anybody
got
did
it.
was 5. It's magic missile melee. So if anybody else goes on 5, you're meleeing. So yeah, go ahead. You seem unobserved.
I'm going to attempt a backstab on Cobra Commander in the armor. And I have rolled a 19. I will hit an armor class of -2.
That doesn't hit them, I'll be angry.
Yeah, no, that's you hit him.
Oh, same.
Okay.
I was waiting.
If
That
doesn't
dramatic
hit them,
pause
I
from
will
Rob
take
had
a
me
chance.
worried.
Same.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I was looking at this thing. No, it was definitely a hit, but I was just like, I saw something seemed like it says he's wearing full plate armor, but the armor class that's listed under his thing doesn't make any sense for that because it says
The full plate is made
AC2,
of gold
but-
dragonhide armor.
All right, so I rolled a 3 with my +1 dagger, so that's going to be 10 with the backstab.
Nice.
times 3, yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, Howard.
Howard. You ran away for like 10 minutes, mate.
No, that's the big metal warrior.
Oh, the big guy,
that says
okay.
that.
Sticks and stones, stupid.
All right, so that's that was at 5, at 6, 7.
I'm on 7.
Okay, go ahead there, Roland.
Well, I'm tumbling, so if they have any intent to attack,
They look like this guy looks like he's trying to get to Tuktrin. Yeah, they all look like they're about to attack.
so I roll in front of
Dark Souls
to
roll.
draw his attack at the end of the round. So because I'm tumbling, I tumble in front of him to block his attack.
Oh, you're doing tumbling to sort of take to.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. Does that work?
Can you
I
tumble
mean,
this? I want to try to trip
Well,
him.
if somebody's focused on attacking the guy that's tumbling, then that's where they're focused, and the tumbling guy gets +4, but you can't attack.
If
+4
not,
AC,
I have to
sorry,
change
you
my
can't attack.
declaration from tumble
Yeah.
and just.
I mean,
swap
well,
it.
so if you tumble, you're just getting the AC bonus. I mean, you don't even have to worry about it. So you don't. There's no action that'll happen. If something attacks you, you'll get that AC bonus, and something's going to attack you. All right, so so get that bonus. That's at 7 and 8.
I go on 10. I think I'm the last one to go.
Okay, so at 9, Romag goes, and he's trying to he's trying to get to the dwarf, and he says, "Quit hiding behind your friends!" And he takes a swipe at Roland. Probably not going to hit you.
My armor class is -6.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Tumbling. Yeah, he's
Natural
not going to
20.
hit you. Good. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
a natural 20. It was.
I love it when a plan comes together. Even if you didn't actually plan it.
Those are the best kinds of plans.
I mean, -1.
Nobody
That's
came.
not enough. AC -1. All right, so yeah, he swipes at you, and you just tumble. You just like the mace was coming right down at you, and you just tumble right out of the way. And that was at 9, and then at 10, go ahead. Go ahead, Tarkus.
Well, my nearest target is obviously the Romax, so I'm going for him.
Mhm.
14, 15. Crap, what's my Thaco? Because that number's balked.
18.
Yeah, so AC 3.
Good shot. Good shot.
Yeah, he you in spite of the fact that he's like kind of flailing around, he like move, he just is a lot quicker than you expected. He seems quite dexterous actually, and he quickly gathers himself in spite of the fact that it seems like you guys are taking it to him, and he moves easily out of the way of your sword swing. That was at 10. And
fuck?
Yeah, at 11, the big guy goes.
Oh boy.
And he takes his axe and he says, "You will die, puny elf." And he takes his big axe and goes right down onto JB, or tries to take it right down onto JB's head, and that's definitely going to hit you. This is going to hurt.
Do you have like 6 HP or something?
What's that?
Do you like lone health already?
Yeah, I got 11 hit points. I haven't been hit or healed for the past like 3 sessions.
You have 11 hit points?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're all gonna
I
die.
want to give you potions, man.
Ooh! Damn, that's max damage on his part. So that is 17 damage.
Danger.
Ooh.
That is some danger.
Ouch.
Yeah, that is tough.
Lie down, elf.
I say one.
Well, at least you got that good backstab in before you went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that helps.
Yeah, you just like you see him, he just goes, he says that, and then he says, "Time to die, puny elf," and then he just crushes him with the axe, and JB just goes collapsing to the ground. He's just bleeding to death from this massive axe wound.
Ow.
That was at 11, and at 12 is the other guy, and he manages to stay standing there, and yeah, I think he's going to go out to Harkis. And it's not going to do well enough. So he takes his mace, and you just, almost like feebly push it away. Like it was just he's so broken. So he just kind of takes this like wild swing and dodge easily out of the way of it. Anybody else have any additional attacks for the end of the round?
Nope.
All right. So we'll get back to declarations then.
Attack. Head priest.
Yep.
All right. Attack the head
From
priest.
after my tumble, like, as a tumble to the side of him, like, and parry.
Mm-hmm.
And then come up ready to attack.
What's Starkus doing? Same?
Yeah, Tarkus is just gonna. I'm gonna keep swinging.
Essentially, a big pitched battle is happening right in the middle of the room at this point. You're all going sort of toe to toe. Tucker, are you trying to get in there too?
Oh yeah.
And Greyhawk finally.
Can I like basically feed JB a healing potion?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can kneel down and pour it
punches.
into his mouth. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's
He'll
fine.
go back.
It's one of the
He'll go back
greatest
to
things about
one.
it,
Yeah, he'll go back to 1 or better, whatever. Minimum 1, but you can roll 2. So if it's more than that, and his wounds will automatically be stabilized. It's like what, 1d8 plus or 2d4 plus 2? Is that what it is, or something like that?
Yeah, big
Something like that.
Yeah,
Whatever
just
the
don't be in the
potion
line of
is.
fire, man. Do it sneakily.
All right. Well, hold on. That's fine. We got to wait though until your initiative comes. So let's go ahead and roll. Luke, just go ahead and do it.
All right, Luke.
2.
All right.
I love these dice, but it's kind of hard to tell the difference between a 1 and a 7. Let's see if that's all. Okay.
Love it.
We'll take the 7s when you roll an initiative happily.
It was a 1. But they're not that fast. All right, so on You got all the 2 on 3. Anybody go on 3? 4.
6 I go on.
8.
I think this is on 5, isn't it?
He goes on 5. Priest does. I'm sorry. Say that again, David.
Is item use on 5 or would it be 6?
Item use is on
Like
4. 3,
4?
5.
Yeah.
You're right, plus 3. Plus
5.
3.
Okay. Yeah, but so me and the priest does it. Okay.
Robot Mike on Crash.
Robot Mike?
It's not a little fuzzy.
Yeah, connection's a bit choppy, but you're okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not terrible.
I can translate if somebody doesn't understand.
I will try and feed JB one of the healing potions I swore I gave to him, but somehow they're still in my pocket, apparently. There's 4 on the dice. Was it 2d4 plus something?
Plus 2.
So
Yeah, check
6.
your JB, you're back up to 1 then. But go ahead and check your mic situation, because I think it might be like a plug issue or a connection issue on your end. I don't think it's an internet issue. I think it's a tech issue.
Is it Bluetooth?
On who's in?
Yeah, maybe. No, not
Is
you.
it okay
Not you,
now?
Pete.
Okay.
No, it's you. David, it's still crinkly a little bit. So you're back to 1, Pete.
Yay!
Disappear, Pete. Disappear.
Absolutely.
All right, so that was at 5, and then the priest.
Put on the ring, Frodo.
The priest smiles and he says, "Nice trick, dwarf." He says, and he says, "As strong as you may be, you can't protect everyone here." And he takes a swing at Grey Ash, who walked up in the front too.
Is it still bad now though?
What's that?
Bastard.
Is my mic still bad?
Yeah, it's not fixed yet.
Oh, okay, it's not on mic. It's something to do with Zoom then. Reconnecting the call.
2, 3, 4. AC 4 hits you? Oh,
AC 4 does not hit me. No.
No, not you, Grey Ash.
Oh, Grey Ash. Oh.
Yeah. No,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
he was taunting you, and then
I gotcha.
And smacking the wizard.
And that's why I said evil bastard.
Yeah.
Because I've danced about and he's had one swipe at me and then thought, fuck that, I'll just check out all the fucking low AC people. And
That's
chop.
Well, no, the caster too.
Yeah,
I mean,
we hear
Grey
you
Ash
now,
is
Grey
fucking
Ash.
people up.
Okay.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's true, actually,
Oh,
Rob.
that
Yeah,
was
Much
a
better.
bad-
There we go.
Does AC 4 hit you?
Yeah, but you got roll 1 in
Oh.
7 chance to actually hit me.
Mirror image.
Right. That's right. You're surrounded by mirror images.
Nice.
All right. So I'm gonna roll a D8, and if I roll a 1 on the D8, if it's an 8, I'll re-roll. If I roll a 1 on the D8, it'll be
Hang on, I
the
thought-
actual
The
version.
maximum images is like 4, though, or 5, isn't it?
No, it's per level.
Based on level of caster, up to a maximum of, I think the maximum was 8, wasn't it, in the spell?
Oh.
Yeah, so he
Maximum
swings at
image,
you, and one of your images disappears, and
Okay.
he says, "Father Earth, please." He begs. All right, so that was at 5. At 6, 7.
That would be Tarkus.
August.
Mate, I chop on
Oh.
6 as well.
Sorry, I go on 8. My mistake.
Swing my.
7. The big warrior goes to.
Can't you hear me?
Yeah, here
Yes,
you go.
we hear you. Go
I
ahead.
go. Ugh, a 9. Plus. What's that? Plus 5. 14.
You can hit the wall
I'm a
if you
class-
want.
I'm a class 2.
For him, for Romag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna. That's not good enough. He manages to move out of the way, almost like your sword comes plunging towards him, and it's almost as if some sort of like the magic of his armor or some, it sort of deflects you away unexpectedly.
Okay.
Let's see here, and then the big warrior A random fucking weirdo. So let me see here. I'm gonna roll randomly with one of you guys he goes after. Sorry, Greyhawk. Well, we'll see. It might not even matter on you, Greyhawk. He's definitely gonna hit you, but we'll see if now it's a 1 in 6 chance.
1 in 6, yeah.
Oh, 1! So he actually manages to hit the real you somehow.
Fucking
Wow.
That is
that's impraining.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
1 in
damage
6.
is 15 damage with the axe.
Fuck. Unexpected.
You're
Okay.
trying to walk on me, wizard. His blood goes
Yeah.
splattering against the wall. So 7, 8.
Yep.
All right, Tarkus.
Well, Romag gets another chop. Oh, that's a miss. 9. So, yeah, I miss him.
Do we get out
Moving
of
around.
attacks first round or second?
Sorry?
You know, people who get more than one attack, do they get it on the second round or the first?
Second.
Okay. Next round then 2.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
This is
Uh,
second.
To me, to you.
It's second round of combat, isn't it?
Not for me.
Yeah, but he dodged. He didn't fight. He did
So
tumbling.
this round, I get
I gotcha. I gotcha.
That
It's like
was
fighting Southpaw.
8, 9, 10,
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, 9.
9. Doctrine.
Yep. So 11 plus 4.
Upton Rockwell.
We're not still blessed, are we? From the last
Ran
room?
out. It ran
It's out. Okay. AC 1.
He just dodges out of the way. You just barely. It's as if again the protection is just.
Fuck.
Protection
Alright,
from good.
Second attack.
Yeah, go ahead and take your second attack.
Oh.
Protection from good. All right, give me up. I'll
Oh, that definitely hit. That's AC -5. I rolled a 19 on the die.
Yeah, that's good enough for sure.
Give it a
Yeah,
try,
well,
JB.
13.
Jesus. Oh,
That's a swing.
wing.
Jeez.
That was a 9 and 10, 11. Anybody else not go yet?
Only the
Leave
guards
the walk on.
run towards
Okay,
us to kill him.
so at the end of the round,
Did JB go?
I was unconscious and got healed, so I don't do anything.
yeah, not this round. He
Opening
got brought
my
back to
eyes
life
was my-
this round.
Okay.
Don't
Opening
go
my eyes
into
was
the
my
light.
action.
That was his action. Don't go into the light. Basically.
Yeah, I like to be a light.
Yeah. I should play those moments out. Actually, that would be make it interesting. So
They
the
welcomed me to the afterlife and said, "Suckers."
Your psycho pump's really pissed off at you, man.
be walking in the abyss, like next to all those the fugue playing with all the formless bodies.
Every 5 minutes, he rocks into his death plane just to come back again.
So you're all fighting these guys and like all kind of in the center of the room, and then from the door behind you, from where you came, come rushing in all of these other guys.
Oh,
There's like several warriors.
Oh,
With-
TPK.
with like a couple of look like hardened veteran warriors come rushing up in the front, and then a whole bunch of there's like regular fighters like behind them, and they're just all like yelling. You just hear this sort of cacophony extend upon you, and that's it. They don't actually get to attack this round. They just make it there. But now the room is like behind you is like filled. You can see that there's there appears to be, I don't know, you might say two of these. There's like kind of like two of these veterans, and then maybe too many to count, too many to see, really, of these like ordinary guards. But now there's sort of like this series of there's like the middle, which is the priest and this big warrior. Then there's you guys sort of surrounding them, and then there's all these other guys sort of surrounding you. The room is totally full now. All right, so let's go ahead back to declarations here. Start with you again, Luke.
Well, first thing I'll do is call out, Greyhawk, it's your time to shine. I'm going to turn away from the melee that we're currently in and take a position against the horde behind us and swipe at the first dude that I see.
All right, yeah. Well, he's madly running at you. And then what about Roland, Chris?
Roland hears the charging melee from about him and glances to see what Tuckdren is doing in Tarkus and Greyhawk and the situation with JB. For a second, he considers running away.
There's nowhere to run. You're surrounded.
Exactly, yeah. So I swing, like, I don't give a shit who hits me. And I'll just go full power on the fucking priesty.
All right. And what about Tuckdren?
Swinging on the guy, man. I'm going for him.
All right.
Gotta try to cut the head off a snake.
What's Jay Backstab doing?
All right, so I'm looking at the Roll20 meta, and where the actual avatar is, that's where the fighting is happening right now, and the room above that is where Romag came from.
Yeah, no, to be honest with you, I would say that the fighting is actually more happening closer to the middle of the room because Romag moved into the room when he pushed through when Tuckdren used his command spell.
Cool. I was just trying to reorient myself.
Sure.
So I backstabbed plate mail guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turned around and he cracked me one good. So did I get knocked into the top room?
No, you're like kind of right next to the red chair on the top of at the top of the room. That's kind of where JB is. Okay.
I'm gonna take a quick glance into that room, see if there's anything in there that can be used to our advantage in this fight.
Well, there was lots of things that could have been potentially used.
And then they blew up.
Yes, fireball exploded that room.
Fuck.
Awesome.
It is classic D&D, isn't it, when a fireball blows?
That is true. That is true. When you're in a small cramped space, what's the first thing you do? Fireball.
It's not like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's meat and veg, isn't it, man? That's like, you're in a proper D&D experience.
I think the best thing I can do is back up a little into that room and try to get to a distance where I can use my bow.
All right. Well, first of all, you're on the ground, so there's two things you can do. So you can. Now, unfortunately, the rule state is that you can get up, and that's your whole action. Now, you could try to crawl into the other room and stay on the ground, like a little rat.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna pull the hood back up and see if I can do it unnoticed.
Pretend to be dead and then suddenly pop up and stab one in the groin. Sorry.
All right, you're going to try to get out there, and then
that's
finally,
probably going to be my best move. Yeah, because my best asset to the party right now is so I can pick people off from afar with my bow.
All right, so you're going to try to crawl into the northern room then. And what about Dave? David, what Greyhawk going to do?
I think I'm pulling up my wand.
It's time.
Fear and concern on my face as I.
And also, I have a concern that Greyhawk can use his wand, and therefore like to be in a different room.
It's a valid concern.
There's 4 walls to bounce it off of.
I'm going to be trying to cast
drink this
Cold
I'm about
Person.
to fuck everybody up.
Yeah. don't be.
It's no good once it's
Always in
right.
it for the self win any day. Don't care about party.
No, we can try and cast Hold Person on the priest, armored guy, and the 2 lieutenants that have just entered the room.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Now,
Okay,
I
+3, I guess. Hold Person is 1 to 4 people it affects.
And you get to choose. I forget.
Yeah.
Okay. And because if it's 1, then they get a -2. If it's 2, it's like -1. Then if it's 3 or 4, it's a straight save, right?
Yeah, straight save.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. Luke has been rolling really well. Let's have Dom roll because he usually rolls shitty for initiative.
Oh shit!
Oh, come on, Dom.
A 3.
God damn it, Dom!
Yeah.
You let me
Roll
down,
3?
buddy.
Hey, that's the best initiative roll I've ever had, and it may not even matter.
I rolled a 10.
See, I told
Absolutely,
you.
You guys
matters.
you guys
You've
gotta-
loads
you-
of time to run away.
Yeah, you guys gotta better make some work happen right now because there's a lot of shit happening. All right, so 3, 4, 5. You go on
I'd-
6 feet.
I'd
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
What does was
4. 5. Actually, you
7.
go on 4, JB, because you have your dex. Oh no, you're activating magic items, so it would be +3.
I missed
Yeah,
what
so-
the dice roll was.
6. It was a 3 on the roll.
Oh, 3, so I'm on 6, yeah.
Okay, so 6. We're up to 6 then, unless anybody beats that. All right,
Let's
so
have a
magic is first. You're doing magic movement, JB. You put the hood up and sort of disappear on the floor. Grash.
Okay. So 1, it's what I want to do. 2, it's not what I want to do. Please. Oh my god, it's 2. Thank god. Okay, so I roll 1d4 for how many people it actually affects.
Wait,
And then I guess you
I thought you said you got 1, it does what I want it to do, and 2,
The-
it doesn't do what I want it to do.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you said, "Oh my god, I got a 2."
Yeah. Like as in the thing did not happen
Oh,
the
yeah,
way you
you're-
wanted
I
it
forgot.
Sorry, that's my autism.
Doesn't know his own mind.
I don't know my own words. I guess it.
like a
Can you
a
just pretend I
fish.
said it the other way
10
around?
seconds that went by and he forgot.
I was so hopeful for it to be what I wanted
That'd be
it
a
to
good
be.
spell. Fish mind. You can only remember your opponent can only remember the last 10 seconds of what happened.
Fucking hell. Goldfish, man. Koi carp head.
Koi mind.
JB's
6.
already on it. Fireball.
Slow creature pointed at for 1 turn. That's
Is it
not
a
too-
save? Did they get a save?
Slow creature pointed at.
So you
One
look
turn.
up haste and
Does it
reverse
have slow in
It's
is
haste
slow?
reverse.
It doesn't say slow as
italicized?
spell. It just says slow.
Is it
It's
italicized or
capitalized. It's
'cause
not
if
italicized. No.
usually in second edition, if the word is italicized, they mean light spell, and if it's not italicized, it means literally the effect happens. So okay, so
it's in
you
the-
fire
it's
off
in
a
the-
beam.
Dungeon Masters, right?
and it becomes Matrix Priest.
Yeah, he's super slow now. Like he's like
Well, I'm not pointing it at myself. Slow
Nice.
creature pointed at for 1 turn. So
Yeah, that's what it describes.
there's like
You point
I'm
at
pointing it into like
priest.
the area in between all these things. I don't know how the fuck that works. Because I'm like trying to cast an area spell, aren't I? So I'm not pointing at like a person in particular.
I don't know. I
It's a
imagine you're probably like waving the wand and like going like this to like choose your targets. So maybe
Yeah.
like the very first one you point at, which I mean I assume
either
it's
the-
probably in
Roll 1d4.
order of the.
So it'd be like priest, armored guy, and the 2 lieutenants.
That's what I was
One of
sort of
those
thinking.
ones.
Yeah, so the priest starts moving very slowly. All right, so that was 6.
Okay.
And
That's not what I wanted.
all right, JB. So you're crawling out of the room, and you have to crawl through a couple of guys.
Oh boy.
What's your AC?
Right now 6.
And then you're like prone, but you're also invisible. So yeah, so you manage. You're like, you're like rolling, trying to get out of the room, and like you can just see these like blades like coming down like all around you, and you manage to skirt out of the room without anybody because they can't actually see you. So they know you were there, and then they're just kind of like taking some stabbings at you, and you manage to get out up into the northern room without getting stabbed. 7,
Yay.
8, 7.
Okay.
Rolling.
Double attack.
Rolling.
Aye.
I thought the same thing.
13 plus 5 is 18. The armor class of -2.
Oh, that's good enough.
Yeah, plus 7. 7 plus 7, 14.
I think he has a AC penalty for being slowed too.
I thought it was just
Mistake.
initiative in the
Probably.
new rules.
It'll be a dex penalty, wouldn't it?
I thought it was just initiative in the new rules. They've toned down haste and speed, or whatever it's called, haste and slow.
What?
Slow.
So is it
Slow
just
creatures
slow?
have an armor class penalty of +4 AC, and an attack penalty of -4, and all
Nice.
dexterity combat bonuses are negated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, +4 AC is brutal. Man, slow is
I
such
was
a
wrong.
great spell. I love
Yeah.
slow spell.
You
So
could hit him
underrated.
with a frying pan at this point.
Yeah, he's still pretty tough, but yeah. Okay, go ahead and yeah, you just thrust your sword into the slowed priest. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I did. It was 14.
Okay, and you want to do your second attack right now?
Oh.
That what we
Yeah, they-
decided. They happen right at the same time. Is that
Wow.
decided, right?
That's what we decided, yeah.
Yeah, but it's enemies too. So it's
Okay.
Mhm.
So I rolled a 17 plus 5, 22. 22 minus 16 minus 6.
go ahead. Roll your damage.
8. 3 plus 7, 10.
Describe your kill.
Nice.
Motherfucker.
I crouch down and as
Nice.
it reaches over, it runs onto my blade, and I go through his armpit, and it comes out his back.
Yeah, blood's like
Pulls down.
not you. And he's like grabbing a hold of your tunic or whatever. Just kind of slides off of your sword. Lies at the ground. And then the warrior says, "No, no!" And he
We're
looks
screwed now,
over.
we hurt his boyfriend.
Yeah, he looks over at Roland, like obviously pretty upset. That was at 7, I believe, right?
Yes.
8, 9,
That
10?
would be me.
9. Okay, go ahead,
9.
Douglas.
So, I suppose I swing on one of the cannon fodder that just charged in behind us.
Okay.
4, 5, 18, AC 12. Lol.
Oof. And that was 10, 9, 10.
10.
There we go. Tucked her in.
So Robag goes down. Got the two
Big-
big guys in the fray, right?
Well, there's one big guy, the one big guy in the front. The other priest is so he's still up?
Or is he down too? He's down
Yeah,
too. And he
well,
didn't get burned up. He got burned up, right?
Yeah, he's burned.
Okay, so going
He
after the
does.
big guy. Too bad the big guy isn't slowed too.
Yeah. He's
All right.
tough.
Yeah, AC 1 again.
It's AC 0. He's AC 0.
Yeah, didn't get him on the first attack.
Bonk.
Got an AC -4 on my second attack.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah, rolled 18. All right. That is 11 damage.
Mhm.
And do I go third at the end of the round or now?
No.
Yeah, 14 plus 2, 16, 16. Exactly AC 0.
All right, AC 0 exactly hits him.
Yeah, exactly, for 14.
Jesus. No, it can't be. It's happy.
So I just whiff, chop, chop.
What it is.
That was at 10, right?
10. Yeah, I was 10.
11.
Oh, I'm about to get
We have
smashed.
all gone, I believe. So it's.
I think so. Yeah. So it's them. All right. So 14. The big guy goes, and he says, "You will pay for killing Robert." And he brings his axe down at Roland.
Oh, with Roland. Oh.
Uh-huh. And actually, you know what? I think that's gonna hit. It's
Oh no.
I'm AC -2.
a minus 8. Oh yeah, that's better than that. Let's see. Yeah, he definitely hits you. It's like 8, -6, 7, something like that.
Chunk. Shit.
14 damage with his axe.
That's
And then he
32.
goes, swings and brings it back down at you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, and that's the exact same roll. So he's going to hit you again.
This could kill me. Okay, that's what happens.
3 and 9. 12 more damage.
So how much? 14 and 9.
14 and 12, 26.
26. Shit. Got 10, not 26. 6, 8 left.
And then the other guys go. There's the two like kind of main warriors. One of them ran up to Tarkus ran up to, so I'm gonna have that one go on Tarkus. And he misses with his long sword. The second one. Fuck it, he goes after Tarkus. Just because I want, and he actually misses too. That's a 5 on that die. That's not gonna do enough. And then all these other guys just like are just totally surrounding you. So give you a couple here on each of these. Roland does not get hit. I don't think Tarkus does either. AC 6 is the best on that one.
That's a mess.
All right, so Gray Ash. Do mirror images disappear on just on a hit or any swing? It's any swing, isn't it?
I thought you had to hit them and then check see if you hit the image. That's what I thought.
That's what I would assume.
When an image is struck by a melee missile attack, it disappears.
Yeah, struck.
Yeah, I think in 5th edition, it's just somebody swings at you, they roll, and then they see if they hit you or the image, and then they see if the AC hits. And I think it disappears. I think 2nd edition, you actually have to hit. I think. I
It
believe.
doesn't say whether or not they have AC or anything.
You should roll, Rob.
No, I think you do have to hit,
There you go.
and then it's disappears. What I was mistaking the stone skin spell.
Oh,
Any attack on stone skin reduces a
Yeah.
stone skin. It doesn't even have to hit. If they attack you, you lose a stone skin.
Mhm.
So but yeah, okay, so okay, well I rolled, so this would be AC 6 and AC 7, the two attacks on you. Did either one of those
I
hit?
have AC 6 currently.
Okay, so then you have 5 images and you, right?
Oh wait, no, I don't have AC 6. I got hit for a ton of damage. I got AC 10.
Okay, so
Oh.
then 2 of them are technically hits, and you have 5 images left?
Yeah.
All right, so then it's still the 1 and 6. And so
Cool.
you lose another image. So now it's 1 and 5. So a 1 or 6 on a D10 will be a hit on you, and that's another image gone. So you lose 2 more images. Yeah, that's good though.
Well,
That's what they're for.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're for. I wish I had mirror image.
God, mirror images are so
I
good.
wish I had
Is it
mirror
caster only, or is it
I won't be able to cast it again.
no range 0?
Why, JB? All of your images would be invisible.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, range 0 is self.
It's touch.
Yeah.
No, range 0 isn't self. Range 0 is touch.
I thought touch says touch and range 0 is 0, right?
Yeah, touch says touch.
I thought
So I
range
would assume
0.
0 is.
Maybe that's right. Yeah, you're right. Because alter self is 0.
Yeah. As much as I'd like him to be able to mirror image all of us, I don't want to.
Dude, I'm glad
Yeah.
that you like, I'm glad you
Nah,
can.
tell Dom
All right, so that was so those guys kind of all ran and surrounded all of you, and I think the only one I didn't was Tuctrin, and Tuctrin does not get hit. JB's out of the room. So the leader is basically dead. I mean, the leader's dead. So let me roll a.
The guys
All right.
run into the room and immediately run back out again, like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
actually,
The
that's
morale.
they
We
run
will
in
save
and
our priest. Oh, he's dead.
they make their attacks, and they're like, and
They
you
see his
can
body.
see like, and then they see like the body, and they're like kind of like looking around, and you can hear what I'm saying. I'm not sticking around for this shit. And he basically, like, one of the guys kind of in the back, and he starts like running, and then that kind of like starts a panic, and you can see that they're all kind of panicked. Like the big guy isn't, but the others are kind of panicking. All right, let's get to declarations, and why don't we start with we'll start with Gray Ash this time. I'll go the opposite direction.
All right, Gray Ash.
David, what do you think?
I'm like, should have fucking done this earlier. Rip another page out of the book. Try to cast Hold Person from the Mage's book. I don't know why I didn't think of this before.
I don't know why I didn't think this before. Sounds like I'm just imagining you're like saying, "When the fuck I do this?" And there's guys like all of, get out of here.
He's got that book in his hand like it's a mad bulldog. Like, what are
I've got like I'm bleeding to death. It's like
It's amazing.
only 3
Tucker's
mirrors
like-
left around me. It's
Tucker's
just
like-
fucking.
Tucker's
Like,
like, is there a dwarf behind me?
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like a mad dwarf. His hands are bloody. Can't rip the pages right. He's like all pissed off.
Mhm.
Sounded like Joe Pesci in Home
so hard
Alone.
to tear.
Fucking waterproof pages.
All right, JB. Now you're still on the ground, but you're in the other room. You're in the northern room. And was there anything that you would like to do?
Well, there's nothing in here that I can use to give us an advantage, which our advantage has been steadily growing for the past round.
Mm-hmm.
From here, I'm gonna take some time to, if I can just get to a knee and get one shot off, I just want to fire into the room and try to cover my guys.
Yeah, you can just fire. I mean, you can fire from the ground. You've done it before. You killed the wyvern from the ground, actually.
Yeah.
You can attack from the ground. You just start a -2 penalty, but it's not really that big of a deal.
Right, yeah,
and you won't really need to necessarily cold shot it because
There's a retreat taking place. We're not technically in melee.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna
I'd like
attack.
to aim for the guy in the plate mail if he's in my line of sight, but that's really it. I'm not looking to hit him anywhere specific.
He's not really big. Well, it
All right.
depends on when you go. Because if you lose initiative, then all the other guys will probably get scattered. But if you win initiative, then all the guys will be in your way. Do you want to wait? Delay?
Yeah, I'll take my shot at the end of the round.
Okay, you're gonna tee it up then. What about Tuctrin?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we still got that big guy in my face swinging, right? That guy's got to go down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, he's in my grill, so.
What about Roland, Chris?
Attack the Axeman.
I attack the Axeman. And then what about Tarkus?
Tarkus starts mumbling and preparing a spell.
Okay,
Prayers
so
to my divine God.
let's see. David, why don't you roll initiative? Because you kind of rolled shitty tonight. I'm hoping for the best.
Okay. 1.
Did you fucking really roll a 1? God damn.
All my rolls have been 1s.
Yeah.
You said I've been rolling
That's a
shitty. They've all been 1.
That's a good point.
Oh,
God damn it. And I rolled a 9. Like, it's not even...
Wow.
Like I rolled a 3,
Seriously.
you rolled a 10, he rolls a 1, you roll a 9. We like this.
I don't like it. All right, so, all right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, go.
5.
Oh?
Me.
4,
Oh,
4.
Oh, no, it's spell casting time. What's the spell casting time on? It doesn't matter. I'm going. It's like 1 or something, right? Old person.
What spell? What spell is it again?
Old person's. Oh, it's 3. Yes,
3.
yeah, 5.
4, 5, 5, 5.
4. But
What was the roll?
1.
1 the wine was.
Okay,
Right.
fine.
Wild magic check.
The one time we need the DM
13.
to help us out, and he's rolling terribly on initiative.
Okay.
I've rolled pretty
No wild
shitty
surge.
roll tonight. If I'm being honest, I know I've hit you guys a few times, but in considering how many rolls I've made, I haven't really rolled that well.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna try and cast whole person on the black armored guy. The two strong people that joined in from like the lieutenants or whatever they were, the elites.
Mm-hmm.
Is the small priest still alive? Is he dead now?
Oh, he's dead.
Okay, yeah. Those 3, and then I guess like some random scrub as like a 4th if it does happen to roll 4. But
I think I like mistakenly didn't like describe him as being dead when you did the.
yeah, you
No,
said
he didn't,
he was
because
badly
he even managed
injured.
to attack
No,
me
but
whilst he was
he
dead.
only had 3 hit points when you used the spell, so like he died.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was fucked.
Dead. And I actually crossed off the
rolled a
3.
4.
Like I
Go.
X'd through the 3. So I think I just like was being stupid. I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, I'll cast on the 3 of them. Fuck the scrub. So they roll each. If only 2 people have been in the spell, each makes a 3. It's cast at 1. Oh, yeah, I'll cast
There
at
they
4
go.
then. Whatever. There's no penalty difference for between 3 and 4
3 and
people.
4. Yeah, it's only the penalty is only for 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I cast on the 3, and all 3 have to make us the 4 have to make a save at regular save versus magic or be held.
We're doing well.
We're doing better than I expected.
The lieutenants run away still, or are still about, but the big guys held.
Let me see. First level. What's a first level fighter saber spells? It's almost
Not
silly.
great.
Even care? Yeah, it's high.
It's something like a 17, isn't
I
it?
rolled a 16, so that's why I'm like wondering. That's 17. All right, so
I thought it was a 17. Yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
All
so
right.
look at-
So you can see like the big guy like raises his axe up, and he's getting ready to strike it right down at Roland, and then he just and he just freezes in place. As do you can see like the two of the lieutenants are like kind of like starting to turn and run, and they're just like,
Nice.
and then then there's like another one of the scrub guys is just like,
Hmm.
so they're all frozen in place. There's 4 guys, all 4 fail their saving throws.
Nice.
The closest one was
Oh my God.
the 16, but it
Imagine
was
if that
for
worked the
scrub.
first time. This fight would have been so different.
Well, it depends on what you roll for the saves. I mean, that's really what matters. All right, so so 4 of those guys get frozen. That was at 4, 5, 6,
Yep.
7.
Me.
Go ahead,
Fine.
Tarkus and Roland.
Do it.
6 for me, yeah. So,
A 5, I go.
Oh, 5. Okay,
oh,
go
5.
ahead.
Carry on.
1 attack
Hmm.
on. Who's left? What's the scene now? What's
Big guy's frozen in
Well,
place.
I'm pretty sure
Simon-
any attack on the held person is an auto crit. Like you can't miss.
I'm
What's
going
that?
to double check that.
Well, I think it's if you're not. Well, I would actually say that that's true.
Held.
If you're not in melee otherwise, but at this
Hmm.
point, still considered a melee situation.
Okay.
But normally, if like he was
Yeah.
alone, like literally just slit his throat.
Yeah. Well, the
I-
good thing is they're AC 10, so.
Yeah, exactly. Go
I
ahead,
cannot
Chris.
move or speak.
I don't even think you can miss him. Just go ahead and roll a 20. I mean D20, and if you don't,
But I
roll
might
one.
not attack him. I'm thinking of taking prisoners of war. I don't just strike down folk.
Yeah, but your goes on 5, and so does David's Gray Ash's spell, so it's simultaneous. So I don't know that you would necessarily know he was
Yes.
frozen in place
True.
until you swung.
Doesn't say anything.
You know,
Okay, D20 then. Oh, I rolled a 7 plus a 5.
that's enough. Yeah, because he's coming down at the axe, and it's like you're swinging at him, and like right at the moment you're swinging at him, like the axe gets caught like in the air, essentially. Go ahead and roll damage, like as you just like thrust
Okay.
the sword into him.
10.
You can see like a little bit of blood dribbling down the side of his mouth. He looks hurt. He looks really hurt. That was at 5, 6. Go ahead, Tarkus.
That would be me, yeah.
Bell, yeah.
So, Cure Light Wounds goes off on Roland. Got to bring my brother back up. This is where I roll another one. That's stuck between an 8 and a 10, so it's just hovering.
Reroll it. Isn't it a D? Cure Light Wounds is a D8 anyway.
It's a D8.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Cure
moderate.
Moderate. My apologies. I'm on the wrong
Are you
page.
doing moderate or light?
Light, I don't have any
D8.
level 2s. 7.
Good.
Oh,
Take 7 hit points back, brother.
thanks, man.
Okay. Yeah. Then that was at 6, right? 7, 8, 9. Isn't that you, Pete?
Oh, we rolled a 1, right? So I'll be on 8.
I've been holding my shot until
Oh yeah. 8,
everything
right.
goes and I can see what's left.
Duh.
All right.
But anyway, touch right.
So big guy's frozen. 2 lieutenants are frozen. How many other people are still around?
I mean, you can't tell because it's all like crowded in a room, but it's probably like a dozen or more. There's like a dozen of them. There's
nothing I can do those guys. So you know what? Big guy and lieutenants go down. Maybe morale goes down again. So if they're frozen, I'm going to go for the heads.
All right.
I mean, they're AC 10, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh God, yeah. Well, it's not a crit, but damn sure didn't miss.
All right.
Obviously. The first hit is 12.
Just go ahead and describe what happens because he had 4 hit points left. So
okay. He's coming down like that with his axe and he freezes, and I just go straight up like this because he's obviously way taller than me, and I just take his head and just watch it fly into the air.
I kind of want to imagine that like touching leaps off of the body of like of the other dead guys and like had to get up there
but what I want to do is when I cut the head off, like the angle that I cut it off, I want to cut it off to the point where it like flies into the crowd of like those 12 guys. so their big guy's head just falls into their crowd, like bounces off one of them.
He like it like lands in his hands. He's like
his helmeted head.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like the helmeted head.
It's like all your evil leaders will fall as I continually. Yeah, that's a 16.
I kind of imagine
plus.
this guy looks a little bit like the mountain. You know, you don't really see his face.
Right. And
all right,
they do the same thing to a lieutenant on my second attack.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how many hit points he has, but 13.
We're taking no prisoners.
Whichever one's
Some
closest.
guys tied up in the room behind us. Those guys like charged over, tied up guys. You got trampled.
Okay.
That's for going after our mage when you should have been coming after me.
It looks like he's like straining against the spell, but you just chop into him and he can't do anything about it.
Just take a big chunk. I'm like, ah, that's it for me.
All right, that was at what was that, 9? Right? 8, 9?
That was 8.
9. Who's 9? Nobody. 10, 11. And that's everybody basically, right? Until they go.
Mm-hmm.
12. They run. So anybody who's
What to be, take your free shots.
if anybody has gaining attacks, you're allowed to take attacks of opportunity.
What's left in the room?
A bunch of there's 4 guys okay. Yeah, actually there are 4 guys frozen. There is a headless monster, a headless armored man standing there, acts like this, but there's no head.
No head.
And then there's like 2 the 2 lieutenants who are like running up with their swords drawn that like are frozen in place. And then there's another guy who was like, getting ready to run away, like you could tell, and he's kind of looking scared, and he's frozen. And then there's a bunch of other like random guards that are just like they're starting to just run back the way they came.
All right, I'm gonna aim for the one lieutenant who's left. I'm gonna aim for his face.
Okay. I mean, he's frozen.
Yep, and that is an 18.
There's actually two. There's actually two lieutenants, just to be clear. There's two. One is injured and one is not.
Okay. So the injured one did not die. I'm gonna aim for the face of the guy who is not injured, and I rolled an 18.
Okay.
So that's gonna hit.
You sure?
And that is 7 damage to the face.
18.
I mean, even with that called shot, I mean, and he's AC 10, he's frozen in place, so it's all right. So, yeah, there's like an arrow now, like sticking out like the side. Well, it probably wouldn't have, like, I don't know. I just imagine you'd be dead if you had an arrow sticking in your head. So, I mean, it hit him. We'll say it hit him like in. There's just huge gash like across the side.
It got him in the cheek, and it sort of went through both cheeks. Okay. And out over there, so he is just looking ridiculous.
JB
hit him in the head and have him not be dead.
JB, professional piercing artist. So that was this is the end of the round. So you get 2 shots. You want to take another shot?
Yep. You can aim for the same guy. And that's a 20.
Yeah.
And that is going to be 12.
All right. Is anybody going to do anything else crazy here? Because I think we just narratively clean up this mess here.
Yeah, nothing.
It's okay with that?
I narratively dash behind one of the running guys and just hack him down. And that's it.
All right.
Once combat is over, before we decide
no one here gets out alive.
If we're planning to depart, I will cast Bless before we leave, because I don't want to get fucked in the next room.
No, this is our new house now. This is a house now.
All right, yeah. So many of them go right. You rout them and they go running. Yeah. Some of them go falling as you vindictively take final strikes at them, and others manage to make it out.
I say righteously take final strikes.
Righteously, yes, I like this better.
Okay. However you would like to describe it in your own head is totally fine. We'll see how the gods feel. What about the frozen guys? How are you attending to them? JB did not. How much damage did you just do with that second shot? 12, right?
12.
Okay, yeah. So he's actually still up. None of the 2 frozen lieutenants and the 1 frozen ordinary guard are still there, and they're not dead. How would you like to attend to? How are you going to attend to them as everybody else is running away?
We already have some men tied up. That's just
kind of like morally why I chopped down that guy as he ran off. So I just don't want to run through probing people. I
just glance over at Tarkus.
I didn't hear anybody say surrender, so I just walk away. So do what you want with them.
Yeah, these guys are inherently evil. And, Clangeddon doesn't like that. So they're getting dispatched.
The final justice. Okay.
Exactly.
I am going to
I am the law.
Slowly retrieve those 2 arrows from that guy's head.
I thought we might have done some grab a prisoner of war and let the magic user try and find
you can take one of them and tie it up.
Wait, we've got 4.
There's 4. Take one of the lieutenants and tie him up and gag him.
Yeah, they might know something.
I'm not clever enough to think of that.
I'm not above taking a prisoner. We can get extract information from him.
Well, we have a few tied up in the other room. The big guy that Roland was supposed to beat up, but Greyash messed him up.
Yeah, but I let him run off.
Greyash just didn't care.
Yeah, you let him run off.
They're gone.
I thought he was knocked off with sleep.
Just that one. I'm going to.
And we can't.
Yeah, there was some slept that got tied up.
And we can't assume that they weren't rescued by all these other dudes that were walking around either. So, you know what? Yeah. Well, I'll take all out 1 lieutenant. We're going to chain him up and gag him. We're going to roll the bodies, and then get out of here.
I will say, I counted them amongst the number of these guys. So
See,
we'll say
there
that
you
they got like rescued and
Okay.
Okay.
back to the force.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So we'll take the lieutenant. We'll take a lieutenant. We'll chain him up, tie him up, whatever. Take him with us and roll the bodies.
Mhm.
What does that mean, roll the bodies?
Check them for loot.
Ah,
Research this
naked.
place.
Sorry, it's a American expression. Like you roll the body, you check their pockets, like rolling a dead body.
oh, we don't have
Check
many.
dog tags and stuff.
I've never actually heard that
It's looting.
before. What do you do on the weekend?
I've heard
Listen,
that.
man. Hey, you beat up a bunch of dudes causing trouble. They got to pay you for the inconvenience of making you have to do it. So you got to roll them.
All right,
Oh.
so
All right.
Stand around.
It was a
in the
long
centre
time
of the
ago, man.
room.
Different time period.
And
The 90s
Do you know-
were wild.
do you know what? I've only got like a Norman helmet, like a Norman pot helmet. So I'm looking for a nice replacement helmet. Other than that, I just help them loot and defend
Mhm.
and watch.
I passed JB
All right.
one of my expanding 10-foot rods.
all right,
Useful
so
for checking for traps.
yeah, let's get a little bit more specific. Okay, so you kind of all, you know, you bandage up, you do all that stuff. Did anybody want to do healing proficiency? Because you're allowed to do one on each person if you want.
I have one hit
Uh,
point, so I should probably be healed by somebody.
I can throw a Cure Light Wounds on JB and do some healing amongst the party. So
Like,
Cure Light
very
Wounds.
optimistic.
That's an 8.
That's in.
Ooh, okay. Thank you.
But yeah, who do I need to roll healing on? Who's like took damage that round or that session?
I actually took 0
Roland
points of
took a lot
damage,
of
so don't heal me.
Roland took a lot of hits. I think he needs it.
Roland needs some love.
Roland, GB, and me. Yeah.
I taunted
Um,
them and they never hit me. They hit everybody
I'm-
else though, despite
I'm
me,
at-
bastards.
I'm at
Thanks,
my
Rob.
status. Just to meta slightly for the priest. My status is 15 hit points of I think 57. So that's how active I am, or I think it might be 58. I can't remember.
Well, I just rolled a 1 on that healing roll, so
Ouch.
well, no, it's a proficiency check, so lower the better. I just
Yeah.
critically healed you.
Oh, yeah, I thought you meant the die roll for the hit points.
I thought that at first too. I was like, oh.
What is it? 1d3.
For healing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 1, buddy.
That's okay, man. Thanks. As you
Hey,
bind
it's
up my,
it's a free point, man.
my
I think-
elbow wound.
Other than JB, who I've just dropped a spell on, you're the only person that actually got hit in that combat.
No, I got hit for like almost all my health in one hit. I'm at 4
Okay.
HP.
Well, I mean, you're dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
15, so 13, roll under a 16, got it, 1d3, take 3. And then that gets us sorted.
I'm
And once-
glad that
Go ahead.
that command worked. I didn't know what Rob had planned for us.
I mean, I don't plan any. I mean, I just play the characters that they give.
Well,
me.
I know, but I mean, like, I don't know what that guy had that was going to be absolutely devastating, probably.
Once we get out of here and we're on the road back to civilization, I'll tend to everybody as I can to improve healing rates. I don't know if we're leaving yet. I think it's a good time, guys, for us to
It's a time to Monty
loot
Hall.
up
Yeah,
and get
Yeah.
out of here and
I agree.
recuperate.
Monty Hall. Search for passages.
Mhm.
Check traps. Check fucking chests. Check chests for traps. Check
Mhm.
fucking locks on chests.
This is the
for
place
traps.
they ran to.
Fucking spend 2 hours, 3 hours.
This is the place they ran
Searching.
to, and then somebody blew it up.
Yeah.
Well,
Occasionally,
yeah.
I patrol.
there's more rooms. I didn't
Okay.
blow everything up.
Occasionally, I patrol with my crossbow.
All right, so you
Any
make
magic item should have survived.
your way through the through the areas that remain. So I'm going to kind of give you a little bit more of descriptions of these areas because you were running through them so quickly, didn't really get much of a sense.
Grey Ash, do you not have some power to detect the presence of more arcane items amongst this commonness of loot?
I would, but I've used all of my magic and more.
Alas, I pat him on the shoulder and I say, without it, I think we would have been fouled, brother. Pat him on the back.
Yeah, and everything kind of does go quiet. I mean, you can hear like the crackling of some of like the last bits of fire from the fireball, like burning through the last bits of furniture.
A bit of tapestry going.
Yeah. And let's see here if I can try to describe this in a way that actually makes sense after it's been blown up by a fireball. I mean, this looks like the room to the north where JB is now. JB is going to probably get the first attempt at looking at this, but you can see that there is, many carpets and rugs strewn about that are totally destroyed, basically by the fire. All burnt and crispy, not worth much.
Oh, well.
In the remnants of the burned kindling and stuff, though, you do find a silver flask. It's a bit burnt, it's a bit crispy on the outside, but it seems to be just fine. Let's see here. You can, in one corner, you smell like the strong smell of like incenses, and the religious amongst you, like Tarkus and Tuktrin, are somewhat familiar with how these can be used in various, ceremonies and stuff like that, if it weren't totally destroyed. But now it just smells really strongly of incense because it like was totally ignited. And then there was a tapestry hanging across.
What I guess
was.
See that like little curvy line on the map between that room and like the room that's further to the north? That tapestry has been destroyed, but the room beyond is in pretty good shape. Behind the large tapestry in the north wall is a 4-foot wide archway leading to a 10-foot by 20-foot alcove. 2 hanging lamps illuminate the area. A pillow-strewn bed is here, as well as a small desk and padded chair. A brass stand with several stabs in it, a low table, 2 stools, and a wardrobe. A fountain in the southeast corner trickles a stream of clean water into a wall basin. The walls and floors are draped and carpeted. Within,
draped and carpeted. Yay! Stop pulling down the drapes and carpet.
It looks like a really nice room, actually. There's one nice bed in there.
Who knows what foul things have happened on that bed?
The lamps actually look nice. The hanging lamps look really nice. Like they have like some etching on them and some designs and things like that. They actually looks like they're nice. And does anybody other than JB have appraisal? No. Okay, JB, you are able to deduce that the lamps are worth 15 gold pieces each. There's a small tome on the table.
A small what?
Small tome. A small book. It looks nice. It has a
religious article or a magical article.
Do you have religion?
I shall investigate. I have religion.
You have religion?
Yes.
Go ahead and make a religion check.
Go
on. Religion is wisdom flat, sweet. So
somebody actually bought religion. Nice one.
11. Yes.
Got it.
Pass.
It definitely is a religious tome of some sort, and kind of like you would describe it as like a valuable tome, but not magical. But like, like every religion has these books that like the ordinary public doesn't necessarily have access to. But like those who are higher up. Yeah. And this one is as horrific as you can imagine. It details
Oh dear.
of human sacrifice to earth elementals of all things.
I will scoop it up for reading in the future and decisions on what to do with it.
Mm-hmm. And how to
Yes.
put it into your okay, gotcha.
It is best practiced with you, I say, brother. For that
I'll hold
is
it for safekeeping.
forbidden knowledge. But what with the skull we have in the backpack as well, we could learn
Side-eye
something.
JB and slide it into my pack.
So inside the wardrobe, there's a bunch of old clothing. You do find a bag holding 9 candles, and there are 2 bottles of wine within. And JB, you deduce that it's this white wine and they're worth 20 gold pieces each. The bottles.
Fuck, mate, good job I didn't see them.
The brass stand, which holds the 4 staves. Well, it says it holds 2 walking staves, a quarterstaff, and a bronzewood rod. The brass stand is JB is worth 10 gold pieces, and that bronzewood rod, which has little bits of like crusted blood on it, stuff like that. Like maybe it's been used to smack people with a few times here and there. Is worth
In
5
bed?
gold pieces.
The dirty bastard.
Mm-hmm.
I just hear them.
So you also
Loud.
the robes that Crumag was wearing, which were not destroyed. It's his ceremonial garb. It's covered in gems. And JB, there's 8 jaspers and 28 hematites. The jaspers are worth 50 gold pieces each, and the hematites are worth 10 gold pieces each. So what is that? That makes 400
plus
680.
680.
Yeah, 680. So the robe is worth 680 gold pieces just for its gems.
It's got
the
no
gems off
AC
of
value
it.
or
We should
anything.
burn it with his body.
But the armor
No.
he's wearing underneath looks to be incredibly fine and incredibly nice armor.
Yeah, we need
Wow.
that.
What kind of armors do you have?
Chainmail.
Ooh.
Nice.
Was he a human?
And
Not human
yes.
Well.
Yes.
Rowan, there's also that guy in full plate.
Yes, there is that guy in full plate.
Is that?
Yeah.
Is the full plate?
Yeah, the beheaded
Yeah,
guy.
it's the guy you beheaded.
I'll take that.
is- well,
I'll take that for assessment later then, because it might not be as good as mine. +2.
Yeah, we'll take the chainmail too. I'm not going to wear it, obviously, but
Actually, no, I haven't got any
Good.
magical armor. I've only got a magical shield.
Yeah, same. It's just none of it's dwarf sized.
I've got a magical shield +2, but I don't think
That's
I can.
That's why I'm having armor made.
Well, that's the
I was
I
problem.
would say you're an
Dwarves
armor
aren't
smith. You can
regular
fix
size.
it.
No, I'm lying. I wear plate +1. So yeah, I have a look at that if nobody else can use it. What about, mind you, Tarkus might want it, might be.
You could pass that plate +1 off to me, and you could use the full plate.
If only if you want to.
I have
Let's
0
check it.
pluses. I've got no plus weapons, no plus armor. Oh, I've got a +1 shield, I think. As a gift from you. But that's it.
Let's check
Obviously,
if it works first.
The
and
priest
understand it.
the priest's robe. I mean, the priest's mace is also looking quite nice.
Wow.
Okay.
He might,
Of
so I
high
think we
quality.
should-
Like, for example, Tucker in here, let me do a couple weaponsmith checks for you, and you can take, just give your, you can take a couple of proficiency
ticks.
marks there for XP ticks. So both the chainmail armor and the mace are quality capable of holding magic. They're of
Wow.
excellent quality.
Nice. We're definitely going to take that.
So we could detect magic on the. We need to loot everything and detect magic when we get back. I
Yeah.
think. Literally.
It's a scoop and run situation, and we can.
Yep.
detail check everything
But
when we're
can
in
I
a
just
less dangerous location.
have a few moments RPG there with
Yes.
Yes.
Tarkus, as I say, well, to everybody. When Tarkus goes, no, burn it with the body. I say, no, that, in my opinion, break it up. I look at the drow as he looks at the jewels. He knows what he's doing. Let's break it down and have our share each. If you want to do good with it, then that's your right. I'm saving for a pub. So,
My only suggestion is to take the gems and burn the robe. We don't need
I
the
agree.
filth of the evil being taken with us. The gems can easily be sold on without the robe itself.
I'll nod over
The
to the
body
drow
should
to
definitely be
fucking
burned.
pull it apart. JB, I look over, as he's got his fucking knife ready to hack it up.
Did the quarterstaff for
Robes are
any of the
tacky. I don't want
rods
the
look
robe anyway.
magical?
No. Do you have detect magic on right now?
No.
No, you can't do it right now.
Unless I risk the wand.
I stripped the whole plate off the corpse.
I'm gonna detect magic on this lightning bolt. Fuck.
Yeah, we survive the fight, but we get blown up.
Well, I could probably try and
we can wait.
mostly safely.
Yeah, I have detect magic, but it's
all right.
Not in my repertoire today, so we could utilize that later.
So you're gathering up a bunch of loose coins off of these guys. I'll give you the total of the loose coins and everything like that. But more than anything, you also there are in the sleeping quarters in Romag's sleeping quarters where there was that that tome on human sacrifice and all that. You do find there you do actually come across a an iron chest.
It
has a key lock.
An iron chest. Was there a key on the priest?
The chest is chained to a ring set in the eastern wall.
Step away from the chest, everybody. Let the rogue investigate it. Tie some rope around the rogue's foot, man, in case he gets fucking gassed, so we can drag him away. GB, put this silk rope around your leg, so in case something happens.
I'm going to check for traps.
We back away, man, at least 20 foot, so we can't get.
What's your chance?
55.
Rolled exactly a 55. That's pretty funny. So you're rooting around in there and you're like, you find a needle trap. There's a needle, like if you open this up, there will be a needle that will shoot out at you.
Gom Jabbar.
Want to try to disarm it? Disarming and failing does not mean it necessarily goes off. You have to roll a 96 to 100% to...
Okay.
And you can go ahead and roll it. You can roll a percentage.
I'm going to try to disarm this thing. I remember we almost lost Greyhawk to this, or we did this Greyhawk to this once. And I rolled a 33, so I succeeded.
Okay. All right, you hear the satisfying click as you push the needle aside, the poison needle aside, and the chest opens. The chest inside is a bullseye lantern and tinderbox, 2 leather bags with lots of coins in it, a gold box set with ivory, a potion, and a scroll.
Oh, you can drink potions.
I'm going to immediately hand the potion and the scroll to Greyhawk.
Okay.
I'm going to check out the gold box set with ivory and see if I can determine a general value.
Okay. The ivory box, the gold box with ivory is worth 350 gold pieces.
Ooh.
It's a very nice box.
I presume he's checking for traps on everything that he opens.
Well, he didn't say he did.
Oof, you were
Well,
lucky then.
he hasn't opened the gold box yet.
No.
No, I haven't. No, I
He's
haven't.
picked it up though. It could have fucking been on a pressure trap or anything. You gotta be careful, man.
Perhaps a
These are fucking.
trap.
This is a fucking leader of a fucking cult that does human sacrifice. You're fucking insane. I say. I'll step out of
He
the
knows
room a
how to
bit
throw a
more.
party. What? All right, I'm gonna back up and let everyone else take a look too, because they watching us talk anyway. There's no point in trying to steal nothing.
There are other as you're going through, you start kind of like moving through the rooms and like grabbing, what you can as you're sort of preparing to leave the space and go back to the surface and get some. Actually, are you going to leave or are you going to camp out in here and fortify yourself?
Intended to stay here. Pretty
I'll just be
well in,
incumbent
but
and carry
like
it all. Hessian sacks, I'll go.
it's so everything.
I can just over
like,
encumber, yeah. I can just. Me and the dwarf are super
Well,
strong.
until my strength wears off, I can help carry the load as well.
Yeah, and real quick, Rob, that stone hall, that little mini stone hallway to the left, you check that for a regular stone. And
yeah, that's pretty sus.
It is, and
This
it's
is like-
stone, and I'm a dwarf, so I got to check it out.
Well, no, I agree with you. I think we
It's-
should search
yeah.
secret passages on every fucking wall in here, and the ground, and the room before.
Yeah,
Seriously.
you don't have a dead end like this.
It's a fucking cult leader. He's going to have hidden shit everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm checking the stonework.
Mhm.
All right. Well, a couple things I just want to point out. It takes 10 minutes for one person to search a 10-foot wide section of wall.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Like, to search everything, it takes fucking forever.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just searching that one area.
And that's
what I
fine.
said.
And that's for you. Yeah,
Wait
and we'll
2
get
or
to that
3
in a second.
hours.
That's what I was going to
So-
say is, do you want to spend some time here?
I vote we spend a good 2 or 3 hours, proper fucking each of us doing walls until we find something or not find something, and then
I would
leave.
suggest that we leave, recuperate, and see if we can't bring back some supporting forces to hold this location.
Right.
On our next visit.
Yeah. So
And
then
then we can set up a base camp here with men-at-arms of our own that will hold the area in.
Let's garrison the Earth Wing, basically.
Yeah, basically. And then that way we've got freedom to search at our leisure in the future. And
I think differently to you, but you are wiser than I.
So in one of the rooms, it was one of the rooms in this long series of passages, basically kind of near where you first sort of came in. You remember when you came in and there were like guys hiding behind these like barrels and stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like way down here? Well, in searching that room, you can see that it's well provisioned. So what you're kind of talking about is possible because there's a 50-gallon barrel of water. There's a 25-gallon barrel of beer. There's another 50-gallon barrel filled with hard biscuits.
All right. So do you guys want to fortify that entrance that is right? I don't know how to do the thing.
There's a chest filled
here
with torches and lanterns.
Yeah, we could fortify this with furniture, and we take basically quote unquote a long rest or whatever would be the second edition equivalent.
Yeah,
and do that.
We could easily hold here for one night. Yeah.
Yeah, if we hold here for one night, replenish our resources, heal up, search around, this area, and then we can start to move out. And then do the plan of coming back and trying to garrison it and all that. That might be a good idea if we try to leave now and get caught by anything. I don't know.
See, I'm of two minds, right? My one mind says just spend a few hours, reap what we can, leave, because the reinforcements may come up from below, lower temple denizens. They may have reinforcements we have no idea about, or the mages.
Yeah,
Even though
exactly.
But If we
The
go
whole
too
temple could
soon,
upon us.
they will come here and steal their artifacts and goods and treasures from us. They will know the location. Will they
And
not?
then they will take them deeper, and we will find them deeper.
I have greed in my eyes after slaying so many men.
And I have
I at
preservation
least-
of our group in my mind.
Well, I would at least search this room, and I'll indicate where the bed is and stuff. And at that point, I kick the bed over in frustration and fucking anger, and hack up a few pillars. And I kick the
Then
fucking
search away,
water.
Roland. I'll go and
Kick the
stand
fucking
guard
water
this
on the
time.
floor. I kick over the fucking barrel with all the water in.
The book?
Oh shit. Okay.
Then you go ahead and search, Roland. I suppose I'll go and stand guard for you this time. And I just
I do not
wander off
mind
out
who
the room
searches.
in
Just
frustration.
let me fucking search it. What's the fucking delay? I say.
All
As I
right.
lose
So,
my temper and show my bad charisma again.
Mhm.
so yeah, so you're like searching through the room, and let me move back over to Tuctrin. So Tuctrin, yeah, like it quickly becomes clear to you after looking at it that there is some sort of mechanism here, fairly easy mechanism that allows this door to slide and enter a passageway behind. Now you haven't opened the door. I only just put that little triangle there so you can kind of see that exists, but not show you really anything at all.
Yeah.
So you know that the door does open. There's a
Right.
door that you can open. Now, I actually rolled your check and I rolled a 2. So
Oh, great! Because I rolled a
you
5,
fine.
so that works.
Yeah, so you did really well. So I'm going to say that you can see that there's like a lot of foot traffic that's come through here. Like this, it's worn. Like the pathway is like like
Right.
the area like leading up to this. So this seems like it's a fairly well used secret passageway.
Nice. So I'm going to relay that information, and if we're worried from attack from behind, this is a well-used secret passage that I've located back here. We should fortify this hall as well.
See, one passage to another. More fucking rat holes.
It may be another passage out.
Does it look like
Another
there's
way to-
gold in there?
I doubt it.
And there may be. Maybe we should fortify, recuperate, and then continue our search. Perhaps this either leads us to more treasure, more danger, or a way out, perhaps. Or maybe all three.
Let me look again at the... I go up to the secret passage and just look at it. Where is it on the map?
JB, can you check this chest? We've gone by it.
There. Fucking hell. What is that?
So yeah, that chest that's the one that has like torches and I think actually, you know what? That might be right. Let me see.
Nice ping. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
I think that's the one with.
Look, there's a fucking hole in the middle of the map. Where that's a fucking right. I'm searching here as well. Here, there's something in there, man. Hiding.
Right.
Why would there be fucking you in the wall?
Yeah, so there is that chest. That's right. There was another chest that has the torches. There's a dozen torches and a pair of normal lanterns. You'll eventually get that one open, and there's no traps or anything like that. So I'm going to just tell you what this is. So you open it, you end up eventually getting the lock open and everything like that. The chest holds a bunch of like random clothing of no value, but underneath the clothing, there's a quart of excellent brandy that's worth 50 gold pieces. There's a coil of normal rope, 50 feet of normal rope, and then there's another potion. And so like as you're looking around, you collect. I'm going to give you some coinage here. I'm going to give you several small items that you kind of just find like on people and around. So here,
yeah, we can like basically strip all these people.
Yeah,
make the
this is
top
like-
guys.
Yeah. So it's 220 silver pieces, 430 electrum, 275 gold pieces, 29 platinum pieces, a piece of jasper worth 50 gold pieces, a gold brooch with a triangular piece of jet that's worth 150 gold pieces, a gold ring worth 25 gold pieces, 2 bronze rings with triangular jet stones worth 25 gold pieces each, and a gold chain worth 200 gold pieces.
So he's got an Elvis chain. No, he's not. He's got a hood chain down in the hood with your gold.
You got a hood chain.
Your bling, bling, bling.
Exactly. You got all that written down, right, JB?
Yep.
See, this guy's rocking an alternate style. No Elvis.
We'll do more thorough searches of the other things, but we're kind of running out of time here. So what I'm going to do is, are you going to fortify and sleep here then?
I think we probably should.
Oh my god.
It's so risky, but like
it's a long trip out of here as well.
Bullshit.
Yeah, but
there's so many rooms you gotta go through.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, but we're gonna be fine.
Unless we can hand wave our exit, I think the best thing to do is just sleep here.
Unfortunately, you're too deep for me to hand wave it. You're too deep.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So it's probably I would think we should fortify. I mean, there's enough furniture. You know, I mean, there's two entrances we know about.
So basically, let's role play it then. So
basically, it'll only take us like 4 rounds to get out, depending on encumbrance.
So I am willing to fight a defensive position. I have some military experience kind of thing. If you want to fortify, then we need to fortify. And I start doing it. But now we have made this decision, and my temper changes. It's the indecision was pissing me off. So I immediately set to work building barricade and fortification spikes.
JB, can you fashion traps as well as disarm them?
Yes, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have oil, we have lanterns, and we have someone who can make traps, and we have 2 known entrances. One they don't necessarily know that we know about.
Very well. We could do with some noise.
Rob, I have a thought, and I'm wondering if I can do this. Can I go to that secret door and arm the door with the needle trap?
Ooh,
that I disarmed.
You can set traps. There's a way to do it. You do. You essentially set a trap. I don't know, Chris. How would you feel? I mean, like, how do you kind of do traps in your game? Because I've never really done it before. I mean, I would say like almost like a find remove traps roll to set.
We used to use a mod on the set trap as half, but
that
we used
sounds
to give
good.
Modifiers. But we used to use modifiers as well, like whatever, like the role play, and then the gem would give a random modifier, and you can add points to it. Like if you don't add points to it, you just get your half. But if you have like the half, you can add to the half as setting traps. If you know what I mean, we used to be able to power that up. Because some people
I mean, describe to me what you want to do. Yeah, describe to me what you want to do, and I can give you maybe some advantages, or if you have a really stupid idea, I'll give you a penalty.
We used to say that the damage yielded was the equivalent of like either a dagger or a D4+1 with the backstab. That's how we used to do it. So it was the trap set by the thief, the power of the trap if it was natural, like spikes.
Yeah, so I mean, like the needle trap isn't really going to do anything because the needle trap was like related very specifically to like like messing with the lock. But the like, and this is not even a lock. This is like a secret door that like it's a shifting wall. That's why Touchring was able to find it so well. But it's like, so it's not. I mean, you could set a trap, but it would be more like, door opens, shotgun blast, or, or like a bucket of feathers.
Couldn't we get a little spot, like a hidey hole, like put like a little blow pipe through it, so JP could like go with like, he's got poison as well, hasn't he? So he could put poison on the end of the needle and get a ninja shot in, like.
I'm pretty sure there's already poison on the end of that needle.
Yeah,
that's what we could do with some noisemakers to alert us ahead of time. Like if people come down the corridor from an area outlet, it just makes a noise.
Put red triangles for like where want to put like barricades, so like multi-stepped barricades. They gotta get through.
Well, I just
each room
defer to the
where we
wolf
are.
now and build them there themselves.
Gotcha.
Any
All right,
choke
well,
point,
look,
any doorway, build a barricade.
All right, so let's go ahead and we'll pause here then, and we can do a little bit more of this. I've actually already rolled the random encounters, and you will make it through a night safely. So you can kind of think about that. Now I'm going to give you, I gave you those minor treasures, but I do want to say that we can go through a more, in between this session and next, I'll do a more thorough
checking.
Pretty much
like,
it. I mean, you got the magic.
I think.
Yeah.
I'll just cast Bless in the room that we choose to stay in. Not that it's going to do much,
nice.
but for roleplay purposes, I don't want the evil getting in.
Yeah, it's definitely an evil feeling place. It's okay. Now I'll give you all the details. So 76 hit dice.
Ooh,
hang on. I need to write this down.
Well, 76 hit dice for the fighter types.
Is that for absolutely everything since we come back in the dungeon? Is it the only time we've had hit dice?
Well, so you didn't. You fought all those like gnolls and stuff, like the gnolls and all that. I gave you all that. Did I not?
No.
This is session 3 with no XP.
This is the third session. And so so you fought this session. Last session you went further down the hallway. The session before that, it started with the guys coming up to you.
Yeah, all the humans.
And you just shot a lightning bolt at them and you fought them. So it's been all the humans. You got all the gnoll stuff already. So it's not it's not everything since you've gone into the dungeon. It's all of the humans that you fought in the dungeon. Since that part. That's 76.
Even those ogres and stuff.
Ogres were from before.
Okay. So I dinged and then come back in, got some XP, and then now we've got to have this bit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
And it's 1,601 XP each.
Wow. And 76 hit dice.
It's the hit dice. It's the side stuff. You might want to also consider like taking the total here. I would actually ask for you guys to maybe consider breaking that total. Hold on a second here. Yeah, that's all good. I got all that. But you might want to consider splitting up the money because JB gets XP for his share of the money too. So if you can figure that out, whatever it is. But we're gonna end here though. So good jobs.
Good game.
Defeating the head of the Earth Temple, one of the multiple factions within the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Right.
The weakest.
Shit.
But you did well. I mean, that was kind of a weird way to play it out. I was sort of curious as to how that was all going to work out. But good stuff, guys. And I'll see if I can play next week or not. I don't know if people are available. I'm not really sure if I am or not. But is good for folks right now?
No, I'll be in Tampa
Tennessee.
for work.
Oh, Tampa.
Yeah, I'll be in Tampa. I won't be around.
No game next week then. Then. So we'll play again in 2 weeks then, when everybody's back. But hey, go ahead, David.
No, it's fine. I just said okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, great game. Thanks for playing. And I'll if you have any more questions in between session, because I know we kind of are stopping a little bit abruptly here, we can figure all that out. But looking forward to the next one.
Good game.
I put everything in the chat so we can divvy up treasure later, and I can figure out what my XP is.
Oh, nice one, man. Nice one.
Awesome.
Because we need to sort that gold as fast as possible so you can do your XP and ding.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. And if you watch it this far, fuck you, Frank. We know you're wating.
Fuck you, Frank.
And
exactly.
And also like and subscribe.
Frank was the name
still
of the
watching
guy
every episode. They're just like, fuck you. He's still watching.
He is definitely still watching.
That's the name of our group. The fuck
Spite watching.
No, it's JB. It's JB's Jolly Bandits.
Even better.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.